Okay.
I think we kind of answered that.
Yeah, we answered the quick personal story that pushed me to move. I told y'all in college, like, I would be starving myself and just wasn't healthy. That wasn't healthy for me. Oh, no. You know what actually really pushed me? So I have, like, more of a spiritual movement. My first and second year of college, I was depressed, and I started to get anxiety my second year. So I didn't even realize I had that. And so on top of that, I was doing the whole like, oh, let me like not eat for this one day, and then let me just like watch my portions and not eat, you know. Or I would eat the right things. I would eat like all green things, and I'm like, why is there no change? And that's because I was so depressed that my body couldn't even take the food right.
No, literally. Yeah. If you don't, like, if you still have food
mentally
in your like gut and you're eating good food, it's not even going to be able to, like, your body's not going to be able to absorb that nutrients because you still have stuff that's not been digested and not been eliminated from your body.
Exactly. That, and too, like, my body wasn't functioning right. Like, you know how when they say stress brings on more problems, or depression can add on more problems? That is a true thing. Like, you ever notice like your hair's falling out or you're breaking out? That can come from, I mean, on top of eating bad, that's what those things can bring. Like, your body is going through a negative effect. Like, that's just what it is doing. So I just started praying. I was just like praying every day. I was like, okay, like, I don't want to be depressed. I'm trying to get out of this depressed state. And that's when I started eating better. I'm like, you know, I'm only going to eat clean. I'm just going to start praying. And that's why I go on these 40-day cleanse. I like pray more and I eat better. And then, you know, each time it gets easier. Like, now I have no cravings of junk food. The first time I did it, I craved so many junk food. But you just have to go at your pace.
Seriously.
So yeah, that the going through depression and anxiety was just like, all right, I gotta change everything. Like, from eating to exercising, whatever I can do to get rid of it. That was like my motivation.
I'm glad you really brought up the spiritual aspect of it too, of healing and cleansing, because when I started, like, I had really bad breakouts, like around like my cheeks, and I was like, I went to my iridologist and I was like, okay, I've been cleansing, like, why am I still like breaking out? She was like, you need to keep, like, basically, like, all of it, first of all,
and it also
has
to come out.
Yeah, she was like, it's not all out your colon yet. And she was like, your skin is your largest organ. So when your body isn't getting rid of those toxins through urination or bowel movements, it's coming out through your skin. So I hopped on more so cleansing my colon. That's when I really did start to feel better. But I went to this healing ceremony and I told her about like my skin, and she was like, she has a book that tells you like how your body speaks to you. And I had been cleansing my body, I'd been eating right, and my skin was still like breaking out like around my cheeks, and I was like, okay, like, what's wrong? And she was all like that, and she looked it up and it was talking about insecurities, and I was like, wow, I am at the time I was so insecure.
A lot of it.
So my body was like, you know what, I'm gonna make you love yourself, whether you like it or not. So you have to, and I did. From that day, I've literally started accepting myself.
Then when you started to love yourself, it was easier to eat better too.
Exactly.
You know, so like,
it's all intertwined, for real.
All together. And then like she was saying, you really listen to your body. It will tell you everything you need to know. That's why my biggest thing is I hate doctors. I don't okay, you know what, let me take that back. I just don't agree with everything a doctor can provide, because a lot of the times you go in, you tell them your problems, right? I'm sure, like me, y'all searched up what you got, you was ready, you like, that's what I think I have. You went to them like, you know what, it's not that serious. No, but if you feel that it's that serious, it is. And you know what they're doing? When you tell them your symptoms, they're going to a computer and they're looking it up too, or they're going to a book. But the whole point is they're looking up your symptoms the same way you're looking up your symptoms. So listen to your body. You can figure out what's wrong with you. There's natural foods to get rid of everything. You always don't need a pill to shove down your throat, and you don't know what's in that pill. That pill could be the reason why you have depression.
Like,
and
stop
why you are
treating symptoms and treat, you know, the root problem. Like, seriously, like, if you have a headache, you know, like,
or bad migraines,
don't stop and be like, oh, I have to take another Tylenol. No, really stop, like, and figure out, like, maybe you're not getting enough oxygen to your brain, you know, like, really actually try to take a second look at. I literally cannot tell you the last time I took like a Tylenol. No, dead ass. I haven't popped a pill. I have not. And people probably, oh, you know what? The last time I went to the doctor, she asked me like, when was the last time I was sick? And I actually don't get sick a lot. And you know, even while I was having my bad eating habits, I didn't get sick. I started to, you know, I had other effects, but not being sick was sick. Being sick was not one of them. So she told me like, it's very unhealthy for you not to be sick. Like, your body is supposed to be sick so your immune system can build up. The moment she told me that, I don't know, but it just didn't sound right. Like, you gotta get sick
to not be sick, it makes no sense. That's also why I don't take the flu shot.
Sound like some vaccine shit.
Look, it sounds like that. That's why I don't take the flu shot, because I've never taken the flu shot and I've never gotten the flu. So why would I go get the little flu shot? Like, do you guys know what the flu shot is? It's a smaller strand of the flu so that your body will build up. It's stupid. They give you the flu so that you don't get the flu.
Right. Why? Instead of telling me, hey, you should eat this to build up your immune system. And a lot of the recommendations that they do have, like I was looking up how doctors like basically tell their patients to build up their iron if they're deficient in iron, and it says red meat, and I'm like,
when I tell you, they told me my bones were weak. I was low in calcium.
Drink some milk.
How if I'm lactose intolerant? She was like, well, you can do yogurt. Lactose intolerant though. She's like, there's so many ways. How? Lactose intolerant.
Right. Like,
you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, make it make sense. So I got into all this sea moss, chlorophyll. There's so many things. Y'all got to follow the pages to get into the food. But yeah.
For real.
Let's go to the next question. Okay. What is the most important things to change in your diet to you, and what you should move towards? This is perfect because it's what we're all...
Okay, so I would say the most important thing to do in your diet is to start by slowly eliminating certain things. And if you can't, like, never overindulge in bad things. Like, I mean, you can also overindulge in good things, like, so to say, or whatever. But try to start eliminating certain things, like how we were talking about, like red meat. Like, if you
even if you can't, portion it away.
Definitely. Like start just slowly, like, you know. So if you still feel like, oh, you have to have like some red meat, you have to have like maybe some pork or whatever. I'm so against pork, but if you have to have those things, just have a little bit. You know, me either. Like just have a little bit. You know. So I definitely think, like I told Jordan, like you're supposed to. You don't have to stop eating what's bad. You just have to start eating more of what's good. So like, don't have a steak and not have any greens on your plate, and like really like portion, you know. And make sure you have more greens than like meat. Honestly, make sure you have more fruit, like and change your habits. Habits are a really important thing. Like, don't hop up in the morning and like go have a glass of milk, like cow milk. Like what you eat in the morning, like, literally determines your day.
And I hate that thing where people are just like, oh no, I don't eat breakfast. I'm the same way. However, the first thing that, if you don't eat breakfast, it doesn't matter. The point is, the first thing you put in your body is your breakfast.
Because you're breaking your fast.
Body starts you've been that's what it's called, breakfast. Yeah. So you break your fast. You're sleeping. That's a fasting. So when you wake up, whatever time you wake up, whatever time you eat, that's when you stop fasting your body. That's when it's actually eating something now.
Exactly. So I recommend, like, for like in the morning, I break my fast. Well, I break my fast. Well, it's not necessary, but I have this goat water. It's really good.
Drink water too.
Yeah, like, look at my page. You guys will know about the goat water, but it's really good. It's not food, but I start my morning with that. But to break my fast, I always drink a smoothie, and I put like cherries, mangoes. What else? Sometimes I'll throw like cantaloupe in there. I love
sea moss.
I put my sea moss in my smoothies, and I also put chia seeds. Really good for inflammation, and that's the root of disease.
What's crazy is a lot of great foods have a lot of the same benefits, and the reason why is because they're all good for you and more. But like, some of them are stronger than others because of the way they're grown and where they get their nutrients from. However, though, a lot of them have these same benefits, and like, that's because they're all good for you. If there's things that don't have benefits for you, it has like one benefit. Right. No, that's no.
Like, if you want to know, like, how, I think the simplest way to like determine what you want to eat or if you should eat it, like, I always ask myself, like, if nature doesn't make anything that can't reproduce, you know. So like, really, like, what's the two main rules of all life is to survive and reproduce. So if that fruit doesn't have a seed, how the hell is it going to make another one, you know? So it's like, always ask yourself that. And another thing is, always ask yourself, am I going to get energy from what I'm eating?
Also too,
right. Exactly. So if I'm eating this steak, this dead cow, am I gonna get energy? That cow is dead. That cow can't, you know. So it's like, ask yourself, am I gonna get energy from this? Literally. So if you're drinking that smoothie, yes, you're gonna get. That's live fruit. That's live vegetables.
Things are living. Exactly. You want to put living things in your body. And when I first became like pescatarian or alkaline vegan, my whole thing wasn't like, oh, the animals are dying. Like, I'm not gonna be that. I'm not gonna be cliche. That's not the reason why I did it.
Right.
And I'm not gonna say I don't care about the animals dying, but the animals are gonna die either way because people are gonna keep eating meat.
Yeah.
So, but I'm big on, like, when you think about it, when I thought about it, I always tell this to my roommates. They probably are tired of hearing it, but it's just like, when I first stopped eating meat, my first theory was like, I just thought in my head one day, I'm like, okay, like, there's so much meat in this grocery store, right? And then you think, and there's like 1,000 grocery stores, right? So they're putting meat in 1,000 grocery stores. They have all these fast food restaurants. Then they have restaurants that they have to put meat in. And imagine all the households that already have meat in it.
Yeah,
how in the hell are they producing this much meat? We have, like, there's no more animals than there is humans. So how are they producing all this meat? In my head, it didn't make sense. So that's why I stopped eating meat. Because I'm like, they're doing something to mass produce this meat, and I don't know what they're doing. So that's why I stopped eating meat. So
that's definitely why. Like, seriously, like,
they're mass producing
everything. I will definitely accredit UCLA and me making that, like, discovery, or me just, like, learning about it. But I learned about this drug called DES. Yes. And that drug was used for so many things. It was literally given to women as, like, as a plan B. It was given to them to prevent like miscarriages, and it was also given to cows to make them want to have more sex and reproduce more. But it had such a it had a really bad effect, like afterwards. So like women would like basically like ingest some meat that might have had like traces of DES from when it was given to the cow, and then their daughters or their granddaughters would come out and have like breast at like 5 years old, like full-blown breast.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
What's wrong with these little girls? And they realized that it was that damn drug that they were giving
also
these cows.
too even now honey, they're pumping stuff in your milk and orange juice. Let me tell you the first thing about orange juice. Look in the back of it. It says orange juice, orange concentrate. That is not oranges. That's orange concentrate. Something that may taste like oranges. That's not orange. That's what orange juice is. Sugar, and more sugar than make taste like oranges. So that's what they're doing with everything. And then also too, it's like, what are these animals eating? Because what they're eating is what I'm eating.
Right, exactly.
And then if they are eating just strictly grass, or they say farm raised, on the farm, honey, that grass has so many chemicals in it. The poor cow. And then the mental state that the animals are in,
nobody ever considers that. Nobody ever considers that. I remember one of the first
you know how like people say like they feel so heavy when they eat meat? Honey, the cow felt heavy when it was getting beat to get in this little section.
Like that was really one of the first days that I really stopped eating meat, and I looked at it differently when I was watching a video of Dr. Layla Africa. He's really intelligent, and he was talking about how cows, like, or meat, like, or live foods before they become dead meat, like, they have adrenaline running through them before they get killed. So it's like, you ever meet somebody who eats a lot of meat and they're always like aggressive and like always ready to pop at people, and they're just like really like, you know, like that's that adrenaline from that cow, you know, from that chicken, from whatever, you know. And
also too, those chemicals, a lot of those chemicals will do that same thing.
So we're just like, we're inheriting their trauma, like really, like
we got enough trauma.
We're trying to break generational curses, and now we got the generational curse of this chicken and this cow. Like, come on now, we already trying to get rid of granny generational shit. Like, it's just yeah,
we can go on for days, really.
Seriously. But like, back to the question, I would say just ask yourself, is it going to give you energy, and can it reproduce? So I think the most important thing is just starting to incorporate things like raw fruits and vegetables into your diets, and make sure that you have a really good balance there. Also fiber. For me, I would say I lacked a lot on my intake in water. And so you think you're drinking enough water, or you think you're not drinking enough water. And yes, you start to learn more about water. There's better waters. You know what? We can get real detailed and be like, oh, only drink spring water. I'm just going to tell you, drink more water. Drink more water, because water is better than juices. So I'm just going to tell you, find whatever water you like. If it tastes good, or you got this thing where you don't like, this water tastes better than this water. Right. I don't care. Consume it. And to make it better, though,
squeeze some key limes, lemon.
Key limes. Y'all can watch my video. I have a video of me like making key lime water, and it makes the water alkaline. Key limes are naturally anionic, so that means that they're acidic on the outside and by nature, but when they're metabolized and ingested by your body, they become alkaline.
The difference between key lime and lime is that key lime has seeds.
Never eat anything with no seeds. Like, you know, always get seeded fruits. Always.
Or try to find it.
Exactly.
Like we said, hybrids are still better than whatever you're eating. So if there's seedless watermelon, you can't find anything else, like, it's not gonna harm you. It's just that you get more benefits if you find the ones with seeds in them. So make your move to find the seeded fruits.
Also, I do recommend going shopping for like produce and like vegetables and stuff and fruits at like Mexican markets and stuff, because it's so much easier. Like you'll find better stuff there for real. Like,
honey, the Mexicans cook with fresher foods.
Numero uno, like your local like corner like markets, like don't sleep on them because they have all the stuff that you've been wanting to find.
Yeah, so I think my biggest advice, that first one is drinking water. The second one is, if you're new to all of this, stay on the outside of the grocery store. Everything in the middle of the grocery store is all fake. They all have to package it. Maybe unless you're trying to get a guava or something like that, they'll have it there, the honey. But that's always on the edges. When you start to get in the middle, it's when you get to the worst. And anything that's at that level of a children's eyesight, those are the worst things for you. Because they're trying to attract children. So stay on the outside of the grocery store. I've always known about that one. You know, you go to the right of the grocery store, there you see all the fresh foods. You'll go through all the fruits, all the vegetables. You go to the back, you start to hit like, okay, the dairies, all the fresh, everything fresh, the meats, everything. Then you go to the other side and you'll see some more things. But you want to stay on the outside of the grocery store. Everything in the middle is garbage. Everything in the middle is sugar and carbs. That's just, it is what it is. So that's a healthier move. If you can stop yourself from going to the middle of the aisle, don't do it. I mean, do it because, you know, it'll prevent you from picking up those extra chips or picking up those extra granola bars. There's a lot of things in granola bars that aren't healthy either. So it's just like, it'll stop you from doing that. Another move we said already was like red meat. But I'm gonna say add sea moss. If you don't know what sea moss is, you know what, there's things on our pages, go look at that, because we're not about to give you a whole knowledge on what every single food is. But sea moss has a lot of minerals, has 92 minerals that the body is made out of 102, and sea moss has 92 of those minerals. So if you, whatever you're eating and you're not consuming the proper nutrition, you know, you could drink a glass of sea moss. If you actually cannot change your eating, drink a glass of sea moss a day, or add it to your smoothies, add it to your meat, add it to your meat. Then now your meat, you can cook with sea moss, you can add it to anything. You can put it on your face, you can put it on your, like I have eczema on my hand and it's been healing my eczema. In the summer times it gets really bad. So that just goes to show you, just add those things. Another thing I will say is like chlorophyll. So also too, I'll be selling those soon on my page. So my page is called Body Healing by Nature. And the whole point behind that is that nature is really healing. It's a healing element. And you know, on my journey I found that it's extremely healing. So
really, so like honestly, like if you find yourself like struggling to do like what we said, the most like I feel like impactful thing that you can do is just like portions, and just try to incorporate a smoothie. Add things to your diet. Try to incorporate a smoothie in your day. That's definitely a start. Drink some key lime water. It helps you rid yourself of toxins. It's little things that you can do. It's the little steps that count until you can make those big steps. So just take baby steps. Like go at your own pace, you know, because I didn't just start like stop eating chips, stop eating sugary stuff, stop eating either. It's a process, seriously. So it's like just go. So like I was
once y'all too. I ate. You know what's hard? I don't know. I'm not gonna be all the way fake, but like I've never eaten red meat. So when I say I gave up meat, it's not really hard because I only gave up chicken and turkey. So for you guys, it's gonna be a lot harder.
Right, because you guys probably eat bacon and stuff like that. I know that's something that was really hard for like people who do consume that to like get rid of. So it's like that red meat.
So if you can get rid of the red meat and go to white meats or you know, the pink meats, go to those. Don't get rid of the red meats. And if you can't, portion away. And then if that's really bad, start adding the sea moss to it. Cook with it. At least add something healthy to it.
Or just do a damn cleanse. Like really.
I mean, just start cleansing your body after.
Exactly.
You know, we got colon cleanses. Look on the pages. Go get colon cleansers or look it up. Even if you don't want to go to our resource, find a resource and cleanse your colon. Do your own research. But the reason know your body.
Exactly.
Please know your body. Listen to your body. You have to know your body, because what worked for us may not even work for you. So go at your own pace, because you can literally cut all that off and your body have like a major reaction. And I would hate for you to experience that, because I know a lot of people do, and it's crazy that they can go through with it. But I know that it's painful to stop eating everything you're eating, because your body will go through something. Yeah, literally. So portion it off and then just
sugar.
Like it's like a
pacifier. Sugar is like I know they said like sugar is like kind of in the same addictive category as like heroin or like cocaine or something.
It is.
It's like sugar is really, and it's in everything. That's how you're so addicted to
replacement agave.
Right, exactly.
So you can still have sugar.
I use agave a lot. I put it in my cereal, and I eat kamut cereal. You can also find that stuff on my page. But like seriously, it's really important to cleanse your body though, because if you're not cleansing your body, then your body isn't able to absorb
holding
nutrients.
on to toxins.
Exactly. So if you're like, even if you do decide, okay, like I'm gonna listen to them, I'm gonna start eating more salads, I'm gonna start eating more fruits and stuff like that, your body's not gonna really be able to. You're not
just
gonna
sit on top of everything that's solid.
You're not gonna be able to get that nutrients from it, because we have villi in our intestines, and these villi absorb nutrients and they put it in our bloodstream. But when we're eating too much shit, like it lays flat. Like our villi is not as working as it's supposed to be, you know, it's not up to par. So you want to make sure that you at least get all of that stuff out your body and just, you know, give yourself a new slate for real.
And
like,
another thing is, like, I know a lot of people say like they don't poop every day.
Oh yeah.
And at first I thought it was normal. Like, you know, like I was like, oh, I don't poop. I poop like maybe like once every 3 days or like once a week. That's not normal. It's not normal to poop like that. Right. You need to be pooping every day, and if you're not pooping every day, that's how you know.
Just think about how much you're consuming though.
And
you know, so like if you had like 2 meals a day, you should have like 2 bowel movements. If you had 3 meals a day, you should have like 3 bowel movements.
And then if not, if you don't have that, at least start off with a poop a day.
At least
it should be at least, because your body is supposed to be absorbing what it's supposed to and releasing what it's not, like releasing when it's done.
Urine is.
That's what pee is. So you as often as you pee, you should somewhat be pooping around the same amount.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm still not there. I'm still getting there, but that just you have to flush all of that out. And so like some people are just like, oh, I look good, so I must be. No, your body type, your insides aren't good.
People thought, like, people look at me and I've always been really, really slim. They would never think that I had so much backed up in me that I was just I was a walking ball of toxins. Yeah, nobody would ever think that. Like, and I think that it's really good that we're doing this, because we need to normalize talking about, you know,
this should be talked about. Like, people should talk about this in a normal conversation.
Like nobody wants to talk about like how much you use the bathroom in a day, but it's important. Nobody wants to talk about like the fact that we probably have a lot of parasites in our body.
Or even like that need to, like, I hate the conversations where you have a friend that's vegan and you want to talk her down or out of it. Don't talk down on anything that's good for you, because don't do that. That's not cool. Like,
first of all, don't even judge people. Like, seriously, like, you know, like it's okay to try to make people or try to influence people to do better. And it's just
like, when have we stopped trying new things? Like, our whole life we've been forced to conform into new society. So why can't we conform into a new diet or a new metabolism? Also, I wanted to say, I would be eating super healthy and like I wouldn't be pooping every day. And I was like, it's just crazy. My roommate's probably like, you're the healthiest person. And I am. However, I'm getting healthier because now I'm learning how to actually absorb all the nutrients that I'm getting. See, like, you can all, like she was saying, you can eat healthy and not be absorbing everything only because everything is solid and you can't process it right. So make sure you're loading. I can give you guys all the terms, everything, but like I said, we have pages to feed you knowledge and also help. While we're learning, we're helping you learn too. Seriously. So it's not like I just know everything. I don't know everything. I'm still learning. So like everything I learn, I'm gonna share though. Everything I'm researching, all the time that I'm spending, I'm gonna make sure I share that so you guys can have that fast-paced knowledge, so you can have that everlasting health. So, you know, that's just the goal, is to spread knowledge, so that way you don't gotta go spend 3 hours researching. And we did it for you. You can get the benefits from it. You know, follow all the pages. Don't just follow 2, follow 12, because each person is gonna have something new to say. That's more information you're gonna get. I follow 12 pages.
I follow a lot of pages.
Yeah, hun, just start following pages, and then you'll start getting ideas, like ways you can recreate soul food by this, or make something taste the exact same, or make a strawberry banana shake into the healthiest shake in the world. Just small things, like, you know. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below something new that you learned. Follow our pages, for real. And yeah, we hope you guys eventually join the health journey.
Yeah, seriously, start your own journey.
Start your own journey. Go at your own pace.
Go at your own pace. It's all about compromise and moderation. Seriously, like, you know, like we didn't wake up like this.
No, we were just everybody starts. We all start eating the same thing. We didn't pop out the room like, oh, I want to be healthy. That's not how it works.
I wish.
I wish I would have done that. No, for real. But we love you guys. We are only spreading love and positivity and knowledge. We didn't mean to offend anybody. We're only trying to share what we've learned and what's helped us. Also, if something's helped you, comment it down below. Share with us what's helped you. Share with us your story if you want to share that. But go follow the pages. Nice seeing you guys. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.